Hello, Professor. We're from group number 6. In our group, it's me, Darshan, and we have Ayan, Yeshi, Rajat, and Jung. Today, we are here to present our final project to you, which is about Lie-Nielsen, the challenges, the main challenges that they face in terms of making their business sustainable and them resorting to IT and analytics for that. So we'll first start off with the case analysis followed by the questions and answers. So in terms of the case analysis, the problem was identified as though L&T has been growing in terms of revenue, sales, and their customer following, they have not been able to make profit, which makes it impossible for them to be sustainable in the long run. And in order for them to be sustainable, I mean, the main causes behind this situation are what's mentioned here, the 3 problems under the problem section rather. One is L&T has a very limited rural labor pool, which makes it difficult for them to find and retain talent. And second would be they hold themselves proudly accountable to extreme quality standards, which often leads to scrap and rework. And they also struggle to forecast consumer demand and schedule production accordingly. So obviously, in terms of decision criteria, finding ways to address these 3 problems and thereby making the company both sustainable and profitable it's essential. In terms of analysis, the analysis has been done in 2 main respects. One is in terms of the human resource related challenges, which has been identified as the biggest challenge that the company faces. So in terms of human resources, the company operates in the state of Maine, which is sparsely populated. It has a weak economy, it has shrinking labor force because of brain drain, and it has an aging population. It's identified as the oldest state in the United States. So all of these put together implies, and it clearly tells us that L&T has access to a very limited labor pool in terms of hiring the right talent without even going into retaining them. So what L&T typically does is they hire inexperienced workers, they train them up, they spend time on them, they train them up to be able to do the job that they're expected to do, which I can only imagine in terms of the training that's offered. It takes a lot of time in terms of time investment. But even then, unfortunately, the company faces high turnover rate across all sections. So that is both in terms of their management and in terms of their shop, their flow workers. The most impacted are the section of the shop floor, which is unfortunate because that is like the muscle of the company. And the other aspect, is the challenges related to planning and factory management. So the company has always struggled to meet consumer demand. There are several reasons contributing towards that. One is that the company offers 100+ products for sale, which means there are multiple production processes, multiple ways of producing different products. And this would also require many raw materials, a number of raw materials, because you're looking at 100+ different products. The other is they hold themselves proudly accountable to extreme high quality standards. So all of these put together, all 3 of these put together, it's very easy. It's quite easy for mistakes or errors to happen during the production process, which would set the company back in terms of their production. and which would also make their planning extremely difficult. And other than this, the company also, it used to have an inefficient shop layout, if I'm not mistaken, up until about 2014, which added to the problem. And the company also used poorly maintained and aging machines, which also, I imagine, added to the problem. Other than these reasons, there's also there's also the fact of their management not being able to properly translate their high-level plans into directions for the for the floor workers to act upon. And without proper direction, what the floor workers can do would be very limited. Right? So, and the rest of the analysis will be continued by my friend Ayan. Thank you.
My name is Sheikh Mohammad Ayan Mohammad Farooq, one of the member of Group 6. Today I am going to present our last presentation on NLT for the analytics case study. So to begin with, there were some challenges that were faced by L&T, such as labor shortage related to ERP and many more. To overcome this, there are some alternatives mentioned in the case study, which I am going to discuss in this slide. So the first one is that L&T can help put measures into place to enhance training and employee development by dedicating funds to extensive training programs and incentives with the goal of luring and keeping highly competent people. The next is implementing the lean manufacturing principle that help L&T focus on minimizing waste and maximizing value for customer. It also optimizes processes, improve efficiency and enhance quality by eliminating the things that do not add value to the products, right? The third and the last one is the collaboration with Fulfill.io, which offered solutions for optimizing inventory and manufacturing, which also paves for more efficient processes. So that is for this slides. Now moving to the next slide is about the decisions and the recommendations. So the first decision that were taken by the L&T is adopting the lean manufacturing approach, which mainly focus on maximizing the efficiencies and reducing the waste, and it also streamlines the process flow. The next recommendation that I would like to provide to the L&T is that the L&T should have outsourced some process or some product to the third party, so that they should have get benefit like skill talent, reducing cost, and focusing on key skill, right? The third decisions that were mentioned in the case study is with the collaboration, the L&T collaboration with Fulfill.io to improve the inventory management by assuring the optimal stock control and avoiding stock out. We're moving to the next slide. The last and the final slide is the implementation of the case analysis. So in the implementation, the L&T, as discussed before, L&T adopted the cloud-based Fulfill.io ERP system, which unified manufacturing, inventory, sales, and orders. This also helped the L&T to get visible and in overall productivity, right? And apart from that, L&T also prioritized the development of comprehensive reports and visualization, which shaded light on work orders, inventory, sales, and production process. So that's it for the case analysis template, which I have mentioned is all about alternative decisions and implementations. So this is for now the next.
Hi everyone, I'm Jinzhu Zhang. I'm in Group 6 and I need to answer these two questions. Question 1, describe the challenge which Linear Central's works faced and they faced 3 challenges. First is unpredictable product for diverse products because we know Linear Central's work, they are a small company and they have over 100 products in their company. So another challenge is delayed delivery for maintaining high quality standard product. Even though it's a small company, but they have a higher quality standard, so they always cause a delay. Another is difficulty in finding and retaining experienced local talent. Require them invest a lot of training and retaining offering to build skill first, and that challenge will cause the impact on company. First, forecasting the product challenges that lead to stock out and customer dissatisfaction and increasing cost. And another is quality control and rework that can cause the scrap and rework, increasing product costs and lead time, affect customer satisfaction. The third impact is talent acquisition and retaining that can found talent require training from scratch and increasing turnover, impact productive and product quality. And question 2. Summarize the reason why human resource acquisition and retention is a major challenge for Linear Central's work. And I think this why. First, the limited local talent pool. Because Linear Central works in the small city, they are weak economy. Hard to find the skilled individual and quality required. And another is the brain drain. A lot of people who have some skilled move to another region for the higher pay job opportunities. Another is commitment to local labor force. They can rely on the local labor force instead of outsourcing. They cost a lot of money and time. And how to recover it? Using the social media marketing to increase exposure in public and to showcase their unique future. And this both can potential candidate and movement them to join organization. They also provide a better understanding of the client demand. Also, they can offer free woodwork classes for the public and attract those people who have interested in this. And another is employers development and training opportunities that can focus forcing the learning environment and free and offering the clearly career paths and growth opportunity to their works.
Hello everyone, I'm Ishtoji from Group 6. I'll be continuing with our presentation. Next is question 3. Describe the different type of ways which L&T experienced in its production process and explain the impact it had on the economy. The type of ways it produces are transportation. L&T products are often transported long distance, which can add up to costs and lead to damages. And next one is overproduction. L&T products produces products more than it can sell. This leads to excess inventory, which can tie up capital and take up space. Next is unnecessary motion. Workers at L&T often moved around unnecessarily, which waste energy as well as time. And next is defect. L&T produces products sometimes have defects, which can lead to rework and scraps. And next is waiting. Workers at L&T often wait for the material or the equipment, which leads to delay in production. This type of waste have several negative impact on L&T. They can lead to increased costs. These waste can increase the cost in several ways, including the cost of excess inventory and the cost of rework and the cost of transportation. Next is reduced productivity. Waste can reduce productivity by leading to delays, rework, and scrap. And poor quality. Waste can lead to poor quality products, which can damage the company's reputation and lead to loss of sales. Moving on, next is question 4. Explain the important skills which Tom's employees are lacking and state in your opinion how best they can be equipped with their skill set. Tom's employees are lacking the following important skills. First one is problem solving. Employees need to be able to identify and solve the problem in the production process. This includes being able to think critically and creativity, and being able to work independently as well as a part of a team. Next is communication skills. Employees need to be able to communicate effectively with each other and customers. This includes being able to listen carefully and give clear instruction and resolve any conflicts. Next is attention to detail. Employees need to be able to pay attention to detail to identify and correct the errors. This is important to ensure that the products are produced to a high standard and there is no defects. Next is flexibility. Employees need to be able to adapt to change and be willing to learn new things. This is important in a rapidly changing environment. There are several ways that Tom's employee can be equipped with the skill set. This includes on-job training. Employees can be trained on the job by more experienced employee or by external trainers. This type of training is often the most effective and it allows employees to learn the skills they need in the context of their work. Next is off-the-job training. Employees can also train off the job through courses, workshop, online learning. And next is coaching. Employees can be coached by more experienced employees or by external coaches. This type of training can help employees to develop the problem-solving skill and communication skills. Mentorship. Employees can be mentored by more experienced employee. This type of training can help employees to develop their skills and learn from the experience of other employees. And then next is question 5. Describe the concept of lean manufacturing process and explain why Toyota is popular with this production process. Explain if the lean process is suitable for L&T and state the advantage of the process. Lean manufacturing is a production philosophy that seeks to eliminate waste and inefficiency in the manufacturing process. The goal of lean manufacturing is to create a smooth, efficient, and flow of material and information through the production process, which results in high quality products and produces at the lowest cost. Toyota is the popular with the lean manufacturing because the company was the first to adopt this production philosophy. Toyota has been successfully implementing this lean manufacturing strategy, and the company is known for their high quality and low cost production. The lean process is suitable for L&T because the company is looking to improve its efficiency and productivity. Lean manufacturing can help L&T to identify and eliminate waste in its production process, which can lead to significant improvement in the areas. The advantage of lean process includes improved efficiency. Lean manufacturing can help to improve the efficiency of the production process by eliminating the waste and inefficiency, which can lead to lower cost and higher profit. Next is improved quality. Lean manufacturing can help to improve the quality of the products by reducing the defects and ensuring that the products are produced at high standard. Next is it can increase flexibility. Lean manufacturing can help to increase the flexibility of the production process by making it easier to change the production schedule and to respond to changes in demand. And the next is it can improve the employees' morale. Lean manufacturing can help improve the employees' morale by creating a more efficient and productive work environment, which is necessary in this current work situation. Overall, the lean process is a valuable tool for improving efficiency, productivity, quality, and flexibility of our manufacturing process. If L&T is looking to improve its operation, then the lean process is a best option to consider. Thank you.
Insights into Lie-Nielsen Toolworks L&T that face several challenges related to inventory management and operational efficiencies. To begin with, L&T was grappling with issues arising from poor inventory management. This had a considerable impact on its operation, financial performance, and most importantly, customer satisfaction. Excess inventory, which could have been used for developing new products, upgrading equipment, or marketing, instead constrained the company's cash flow. This, combined with inaccurate demand predictions, caused L&T to struggle with product planning and resource management. Moreover, stockouts and back orders created a ripple effects, cost increased as the company had to expedite distribution or hire more customer care representatives. It also negatively impacted production planning and scheduling, forcing the company to allocate more resources, thereby reducing efficiencies. To manage these challenges, L&T implemented SysPro, a conventional enterprise resource planning ERP system. However, it was designed for larger corporations, proved to be much for L&T's needs. It had unnecessary features, didn't allow for modifications. In search for a better solution, L&T then turned to Fishbowl, an ERP system designed for smaller businesses. But Fishbowl too fell short, causing several operational problems such as unpaid shipments and insecure data storage. Finally, L&T found its solution in Fulfill.io, a system built upon open source ERP system named Triton. This system provided much needed visibility across L&T's operations, enabling employees and managers to make more improvised and informed decisions. Implementing it led to enhanced operational efficiencies and significant rise in the company's revenue. A close and mutually beneficial relationship between L&T and Fulfill.io ensured continuous improvements and updates to the system, which remain aligned with L&T's ever-evolving needs. Okay, question 8. This question has 3 parts. The first part is about explaining the process of L&T adapting analytics. It all started with the implementation of the ERP system, which actually set the platform on top of which the analytics solution could be built. This ERP system, what it did was it collected and stored reliable data across different business functions, shipping, inventory, manufacturing, etc. And this tool was customized. This ERP system was customizable for analytics purposes if need be. The database was cloud-based, which is the ideal setup that you would want for any analytics solution. And the API, meaning the access to the database to the developers, were given through APIs, which is again the ideal setup that you would want when you are trying to develop dashboards, reports, etc. Using data, obviously. So with this foundation set, with this platform set, the IT division at L&T, in consultation with a business analytics expert from the state university and in consultation with Fulfill, they developed an analytics solution leveraging on low overhead technology stack. What's meant by low overhead technology stack is if we were to add an additional feature to the analytics solution, it could be done fairly quickly. And then what happened was L&T, again with the consultation of these partners, focusing on enabling their management for better decision making. They developed relevant reports and dashboards which were tried out on a trial and error basis. That is, reports would be developed based on the needs, and any meaningless reports would be discontinued. Meaningful reports were continued. Then, in terms of the impact of analytics on L&T's performance, as the testimonies from the different individuals from the company, from a number of individuals from the company suggests, shows the analytics platform has provided L&T's management with real-time visibility on the state of their business. That is, on the state of their operations, on the state of their manufacturing, on the state of their inventory, etc., which they did not have before, and they could do. They are able to now do it in a click of a button rather than the old cumbersome ways. And it's reliable data too. And what it has essentially done is it has saved, and it saves time, and it has enabled time for the management personnel to focus on more pressing matters rather than being worried about collecting data in the right way and having visibility on the operations. And in terms of the third part of the question, it asked about how a successful analytic design and team can be built. So in my opinion, many right fundamentals are already in place as per what's stated in the case study. What I mean is that at L&T, many of the right fundamentals are already in place, as they have a person capable of leading the IT division who also have a deep understanding of the different facets of the business. They have a business analytics expert, a part-time expert who is there to sort of guide and lead this entire analytics journey of the company. And they also have help from their ERP consultant Fulfill. So what's missing here are, in my opinion, for a successful analytic team and journey are: one, the analytics expert have to be full-time. A part-time expert will not work. It has to be a full-time. There has to be at least one full-time analytics expert there to always think about and lead this analytics journey of the company. With part-time focus, I'm not so sure whether there would be enough attention for a successful journey. And then we would need an adequately staffed adequately staffed in the sense with full-time employees, an adequately staffed IT department, and which is lacking at the moment, but and which is a major concern as well, because that's like this division is the muscle that's gonna sort of it's going to be the muscle behind this whole analytics journey of the company. And Caleb would be better suited to be the manager of this IT division.
Number 9, which says describe the component of case difficulty cube, state the concept in L&T case, and explain how you would position the case on the case difficulty cube. So first, let's discuss what is case difficulty cube. So case difficulty cube is an approach for evaluating and classifying the complexity and the level of difficulty of a case study. It helps to understand the challenges that is mentioned in the case study. It consists of generally 3 components, which is conceptual difficulty, technical difficulty, and managerial difficulty. Now let's discuss one by one. The first one is the conceptual difficulty. The conceptual difficulty is related to concepts that are mentioned in the case study. If it is easy to understand by the user or the reader, then the level of this difficulty is easy, right? Is easy. And if it's hard, then the level is of obviously hard. So the concept of that are mentioned in the NLT case study, it includes lean manufacturing principle, waste reduction management, application of API for data integration, ERP system implementation, and many more concepts are there, which I believe is easy to understand, and it can be leveled as moderate level. Now the next difficulty is the technical difficulty. So the technical difficulty is related to some technology, hardware, software, and other technical factors that have impact on the company capacity to function efficiently. In this case study, if we talk about the technical difficulty, then the technical difficulty can be mentioned as like NLT decide to go with a new inventory management system to improve stock tracking and supply chain effectively. However, they run into technical challenges during the installation phase, so that is considered into the technical difficulty, and the level of this technical difficulty I believe would be the moderate one. Now the last and the final is the managerial difficulty. Managerial difficulty revolves around the change management, employee management, and effective decision making to successfully execute a new operational strategy such as lean manufacturing. This also involves organizational changes, adoption of analytics, and the establishment of data-driven culture. So this is all about the managerial difficulty, and I believe the level of all the difficulties is moderate with the related to case study. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.